Did you know that according to a study conducted on 572 workers working in the steel industry, over 90% had permanent hearing loss? Did you also know that environmental noise can cause arterial hypertension, myocardial infarction, stroke, increased stress hormone levels, and oxidative stress? I am Amod from Consonance Acoustics, and we have designed the acoustics of an office space on an industry shop floor, and we managed to reduce the sound level by over 25 dB inside the office space despite it being on the shop floor. This video is a quick guide on how to reduce industrial noise. I will go over how you can achieve the same or better results and reduce the risk for you and your workers using the help of the Indian National Building Code or the NBC. Let's get to it then. The NBC recommends that for a shift of 8 hours, the A-weighted sound level should not be higher than 90 dBA. For every increase of 5 dBA, the permitted shift time is reduced by half. So if the sound level is 95 dBA, the permitted shift time is 4 hours. In textile and forging industries, the usual sound level is 102 to 105 dBA. This means that the permitted shift for a worker in such environments is just 1 hour. The most intense noise in industries is caused by impact. Impact noise is the result of two surfaces colliding. It can be press machines or movement of materials. Another source of noise is friction, which can be caused by sawing, grinding, or sanding. Movements within machines can cause vibrations. These vibrations are also a source of noise. Pressure variation in air or gases can cause turbulence. Such type of noise is commonly observed in pneumatic systems. Lastly, a source of continuous noise is the humming noise from transformers or whines from the rotation of a turbine. The first and most basic method for reducing noise is planning the locations and layouts of the machinery, offices, and other utilities. Office spaces should be placed as far away from noise producing areas as possible. Machinery that can be placed in enclosures without hampering its functionality can be placed between noisy and quiet areas such that they act as buffers between these two areas. Machines that generate airborne noise can be isolated using acoustic enclosures. Care should be taken so that the operator is outside of the enclosure and is not exposed to the noise. When the source is a continuous noise and an operator is not required, for example, transformers or generators, having such enclosures is the best possible solution. For machinery that cannot be placed in single enclosure, it can be grouped together to be enclosed in a larger enclosure. We did a similar experiment successfully at one of our clients' Endurance Technologies Limited's factory in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. In such cases, adding acoustic panels from the inside is necessary to reduce the noise levels inside the main enclosure. Such areas can also be created for isolating the friction-based noise sources. For machinery that requires the operation of cranes, an enclosure is impossible because the top needs to be open. In such cases, noise barriers can be erected to insulate from the radiating noise horizontally. In these cases, the top needs to have acoustic panels to reduce radiation due to reflection. It is often the case that due to reverberation, the noise levels go up. The NBC recommends using functional sound absorbers near the machine's walls and ceilings. This treatment can bring down the built-up noise level by up to 10 dB. Consonance Acoustics has designed such high NRC functional sound absorbers that can be easily integrated into any industrial surface or hung on ceiling. You can contact us using the mentioned details in the description. To reduce noise from mechanical vibration, the pathway from the vibration source to the radiator needs to be interrupted. The vibration source may not produce noise by itself, but the radiator surfaces are responsible for inducing noise. The radiated noise can be reduced significantly using resilient materials that interrupt the pathway. If the vibration source is the machine and the radiator is the floor, felt or cork pads can be inserted under the machine bases. If the engines or motors are the vibrating source, rubber pads can be used to isolate them very effectively. Steel coil springs can also be used for heavy machinery to isolate vibrations over a spectrum of lower frequencies. The spring and the supporting structure require rubber pads between them to reduce transmission of the higher frequencies. The most important method of reducing noise is regular maintenance. Machines speak to us with all the different noises they can make. It is important to have a keen ear so that you can identify issues early and have them fixed before they become a large sound source. That brings us to the end of this quick overview. Do share it with people in the industry and save them from hazardous effects of the noise exposure. Bye for now. See you next time.